the same. I'm going to talk on a topic today that I experienced last night with MRM members. And it is exactly the same. It's a disease within people, a disease that they make up in their head that they're not good enough, they can't do this, they're bad, they're sick, blah, 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 blah. I had the privilege yesterday of, before going to a speaker training session, to listen to a person's video. And as soon as I saw the video, I said, my God, this is amazing. I got to figure out what's happened to this girl. So I texted her and I spoke with her a bit. She shared with me what she did. The night before, on Tuesday night, she was pulled apart on simple things like grammar, language, go and improve this, go do this. So you know what she did? I made some notes on this. You know what she did? She went and did what I call the 4-step to neuroplasticity reconditioning. We're talking on the topic of practice, 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 all right? Now, she went and did these 4 steps. The first step was she enhanced the brain connectivity, which means she sat in silence and she looked at everything to strengthen the neurons. She just started working on that. And what came out of it is a skill improvement. What was her practice? She went and she stood in front of the mirror and did this particular segment 10 times. Not once, not twice, 10 times. That enhanced her learning skills. It stretched her neural capacity, did everything. Now, Alka, you got to help me with this. It's called synaptic plasticity. I went and did some research on this. Can you explain what synaptic plasticity is?
So there are neurons all over the brain. They
Right.
don't lie just like that. They're connected. The
Ha.
connection, and each neuron has got a tail and
Yes.
another part, it's called a dendron and it's called an
Yes.
axon. These dendrons and axons are connected by a synapse. That synapse is a place where the neuron is get connected to the other neuron. And
Right.
whenever we are learning a new skill, learning a new language, doing something different, doing something new, these synapses are enhanced and more of these connections are made. When you are
Excellent.
meeting people also, yeah. So that is a synaptic connection.
Now, this girl went and did this magnificent thing called synaptic conditioning without even knowing what synaptic conditioning is all about and skilled up herself. Okay? It's like, I don't want to know when I hit that switch button there that the light will come. I know by just pressing the button down, the light will come. So this has been conditioned in such an extent that this synaptic conditioning automatically transform that lass. After this session, I'm going to get you to watch this video of hers. And in so doing, it enriched herself. So yesterday, she was a different person in that platform. The other thing that comes out, the cognitive, I'm actually doing a lot of talk from some of my research I did, cognitive functioning. Now, consistent practice stimulates that. So she was standing in front of the mirror and doing this for 10 times. Your grammar is not right. So she went and she refixed the grammar. And she was so fluid when she was talking the next time, yesterday. I only saw yesterday. I didn't see the day before. Coupled with that, now help me with this other thing. And I want to know this because I don't know anything about this. It's called dendritic growth. What does the damn word mean?
So, see, this is an axon. I mean,
Right.
this is a neuron. This is a neuron. So there is something like this coming out, and
Right.
from down there is something else coming out. So one is a dendron, and one is an axon.
Right.
Okay, so they're all connecting to other neurons in the
Right.
brain.
Right.
So when you have a dendron, it connects to an axon.
Right.
Okay, so now you have to keep looking. So sensory outputs and sensory inputs are coming and they're coming into the neuron. The neuron is doing something and it is giving a message outside. It goes out from the axon. So dendron is something which brings a message to the neuron.
And when it brings a message to the neuron, and if you're focused on it and conditionally repeating it, it'll enhance it, right?
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
what practice is all about.
That's what neuroplasticity is all about.
Ha! Did you get my message? This whole exercise of practice, people don't understand this, yeah? When you understand the science of it, you won't go and ask your neighbor, open my chest out and give me a heart surgery. It's as simple as that. She was magnificent yesterday. And then she shared. She said, after the feedback, I felt so bad. I thought to myself, I am a CA, I got educated, and what is this? So I went and I did this in front of the mirror. I just could remember, David talking 10 times, do mirror talk. So I just practice it. What caught me was not that talk. What caught me was her video that she put up on MRM platform. How many saw that yesterday morning? Oh, yeah. Magnificent. I mean, I thought it was a different person speaking. So I asked her, did you go and get Chat GPT to talk? She said, no, it's my voice. That's the difference. That's the power in this word called practice, yeah? But how many of us are prepared to listen to that basic? She had listened to it for a long time. She never did it the way she did it yesterday or the day before. And this is the problem. We got to be humble and simple enough, like your last patient, humble and simple enough to come and listen and say, okay, I'm open to what you're saying. I want to change. This is what it is. I'm looking forward to tonight's session where three of you guys are going to talk. Fauzia, you didn't know this, but three of you guys are going to talk on parenting. And I want to see the reaction of the faces. That's what I'm going to do. I'm watching faces. I wrote to Enda this morning. I'm just watching the eye calibrations of some of these guys. You're overseas, you can afford nannies and stuff like that. They're sending messages. God help me. So, Alka, your talk today is on grandma. To throw your grandchild into the swimming pool, as you said to me.
Why should, I mean, this is my dialogue, this is my monologue, my childhood. And my son once told me that, Mama, you don't give us money to come back by rickshaw, and we have to come walking. All the children are coming by rickshaw. So I said, no, I'll not give you money. You have to come walking. It's so hot, Mama. It's so hot, and we are feeling very hungry. I said, rubbish. You come walking, come home and have your
Yes,
food. And
yes.
I've done that, and I've been a cruel mom, and I'm happy about it. My mother told one more thing. She used to always say the fat children who were there around everywhere. She told those mothers, my mom should tell those mothers, put less salt in the food. You're making very tasty food. That is why your children are so fat. My mother used to say that. She knew what was parenting was all about. She said not to make very tasty food. She said that. She said, you're making too tasty food, your children are becoming fat, they're hogging too much food. Make bad food. Put less chilies, less masala, and make bad food so your children will not become fat. This is what my mother used to say. Really, I'm telling you. Being a bad mother is the best way to make your children become bigger. Being a bitter mother, being a strict mother is very important. That happy mother, protecting mother, that's not a good mother.
So what you're saying is I should now not be worried about not being able to carry, sorry, to be able to carry 25 kilos of bag on a railway platform and catch a train and take my son to a different city and nurture him into a college and make sure he's emotionally settled and physically settled, then I'll come back. Correct?
Carry 25 kilos in the gym instead. Go to the gym and carry 25 kilos, and your muscles will become strong, your body will become strong, your mind will become strong. Yeah, why
What
you're
do
carrying
I, I mean, what do I do with this? You don't know what's happening behind the scenes, Alka, and all you guys. Some of
I
these
know,
messages are
I
chronic
know everything.
messages.
I
Huh?
know everything. I know everything. I have a mother and a father, overprotective mother and father in my own house.
Yeah.
And yesterday, that little one, I told him, I'm not talking with you. I shouted at him. I gave him a flute I give him a flute, and I was teaching him how to play the flute, and he was playing the flute very well. And suddenly something happens. I don't know what happens. When I'm teaching him, he pulls the flute from me. So I pulled the flute back from him and started crying. I said, "Why are you crying?" He started crying more loudly. I said, "Go on crying. Go cry, cry, cry." Then the mother came running. "What happened, baby? What happened, baby?" So then he goes and clings to his mother. "What do I do? I can't do anything. I can't discipline the child. How can I discipline the child?" So my husband is telling me, "Is this your child?" I said, "Yeah." "Why not?" He says, "No, this is not your child. This is somebody else's child. This is your grandchild. So behave like a grandmother." I said, "What do you mean by that?" "I will behave like a mother." So my husband said me, "Now you go to the room. You face the wall. I got the punishment because of that child. I have to go inside and face the wall."
Good on you, Manoj.
He starts crying for nothing at all. Why is he crying? Let him cry. No.
Yeah, I know, mother. I don't know what it is. Yeah, I really don't understand it.
Why are you so scared of the child's crying? And then the mother, then she understood. Then I went away to face the wall. So I said, "I'm not sitting in the drawing room. I'm going to do my work." And my husband and my daughter-in-law and the child were there, and some other people were there, some other. So she's telling the child, "I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you." She's doing her affirmations. She's doing her affirmations in front of the child. "I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you." The child is not understanding what the mother is telling. What is the mother saying? "I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you." And then he becomes normal in 1 minute. He becomes normal. Once you give him what he wants, then he's fine. And what is the use of telling him, "I'm not scared of you, I'm not scared of you"? I wanted to tell my daughter-in-law, you tell yourself within yourself. Why is the child going to hear this? You tell yourself inside yourself that I'm not scared of your crying. I didn't tell her, of course, because I don't have the guts to tell her. Understood one thing? I'm not having the guts to tell her that.
Good. Now, guys, make sure you tell everybody today's session is going to be good. This is exactly what's going to
I
happen
don't know
tonight.
whether I'll be coming. I'll be in the car, David. So I will speak from the car.
I don't care whether you're in the car, whether you're in Planet Mars,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're going to be
So I'll
flying.
speak from the car, and give me in the beginning only, so that when I reach the
Yeah.
destination, because
6:15,
we have a
6:20.
physical meet today. Yeah,
Yeah.
no problem. I'll give all this
Good.
acting I will do. Only acting I will do today.
Yeah. Grandchild, huh? Don't scope outside. Grandchild. Because then
Grandchild, I can't.
you'll invade in Anda's territory, because Anda's got to talk about mini adult kids, how she's coping with it. And Fauzia is going to talk about growing children. And Miriam is going to talk about adult 40-year-old children. Wait, semi-baby boomer segment.
God save the earth.
So I'm going to say, please promote this. Everybody should hear it. You are living overseas. You don't know the culture of India. Array, I'm a non-resident Indian, yeah. What do I
So,
do? You tell me.
so there is a mother who has a 1-year-old child. She's from Russia, and she's a non-believer in medicine, and she lives in Seattle. And this mother, her mother-in-law is a doctor, a neonatologist, a newborn baby specialist. And when this mother went to deliver her child, and she delivered in the same hospital where her mother-in-law works.
Yeah.
When she went to deliver, the mother-in-law was not informed of the delivery. The delivery was done, the baby was born, and afterwards this grandmother came to know. Today, this grandmother is telling me, "I can't see my grandchild without the permission of my daughter-in-law and my son." And she's telling that the child is left to cry in the bedroom. And they have a camera. They keep watching from the drawing room. And when I go to see my child, they say, "Let the baby cry. Let the baby cry." 1-year-old baby. What is the baby crying for? I don't know. You should know not the reason why the baby is crying, what the baby is doing to tantrum or what. If you know the reason why the baby is crying and then you don't give that thing to the baby and let
That's
them cry,
correct.
then it makes sense. But
Yeah.
if the baby is crying for food, let's say, you can't allow the baby to cry, no? So this mother is a newborn baby specialist. She's telling me this is what is happening in my own house. So every family has their own problems. So grandmother, no grandmother, your problems are the same everywhere. You have no control on your kids. So please don't say that they are your own children. Just be happy to play with your children. This is my message to everybody.
And we're going to open today's session to everybody, non-MRM members also, so they can come and hear about parenting.
Very
From
short notice.
That's okay. That's okay. Only the important ones will come, meaning the needy ones will come. So pass the message out. Send them the link, please.
I want to hear what Prakash thinks about this. Prakash is laughing.
I also want to hear what Rama Devi is thinking about this. Rama Devi, you have before. Sorry, Prakash. I want you to hear this. But do you have children?
Yes,
How old are
one
they?
daughter,
How old are
7
they?
years old.
Wow. Good. Excellent. Okay. So be there tonight. Make sure your friends are there too, in the same age
Yes,
group.
definitely.
Prakash, sorry, Pat.
Yeah, I mean, the relation between kid and grandparent will always be on a different high. That I understand. Whether yes, modern moms especially,
Helicopter mom.
uh, they fail to understand. They fail to understand that grandparents have more concern more than what they feel they have for their kids, and sometimes the way they behave towards kids uh, drives grandparents beyond a stage. Like, yes, what Alka said is something different, and what you are talking about is something different. Yes, we need to give them their due as a kid. We should not be overprotective. That is very good, because of which only they get to face so much of emotional drain today, and they cannot. They don't have emotional stability. Today's youth, for every small thing, they are taking nasty decisions. So, what all parent or grandparent does while they are young, that will have its repercussions in the days to come. And today's society teaches us a hard lesson that we need to be made to understand at the very early age what to be, what not to be. Not in words, let them experience it. Only when we expose them to experience, then they'll be able to learn and stand for themselves when they grow. Thank you.
My only anchor I got from my dad, oh sorry, many anchors, but this one about relationship was, I remember whenever my daughter used to fly to Malaysia, he would welcome her like anything, hug her and all of these things. And Shani got so much of hugs from her. So one day I decided, I went to my father. He was sitting out in the veranda. We got a long table out there, but can sit about 15, 20 people on it because guests just keep coming in the house. And I went up to my dad and I hugged him. And he went all stiff. And I asked him this question. Because he's not used to hugging, you see, the army commander, that type of army Indian. he was with the Indian army as a doctor there and stuff like that. So he went all stiff. And then I said, "What's wrong?" He said, "I'm not used to hugging." I said, "But you hug my daughter." "Oh, that's different." What's so different? You see the difference? That's been anchored in my head. I've been a deprived child. That's why I'm like this. Oh, God, help me.
So you know the temperature in Mumbai. What's the temperature in Prakash in Hyderabad? Not just now. Don't look at the temperature. I mean, generally, it's 30 or it's hot or it's cold or it's warm or what is it like? I'm just asking a general question. It's
Now,
warm.
now the summer has set in. It is 32, 33.
Oh, yeah, it's warm. It's warm. So I took the child for playing in the garden yesterday, my husband and I. Actually, both of us were going for a romantic walk. So this baby says, Mama, 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 I want to go, I want to go. I said, okay, come. So I took him for a walk with me and my husband in the garden and we were playing. And he fell in the mud and he spoiled his clothes and his hands were dirty in the mud. And he was playing with the grass and he was picking up the grass in the mud and all of that. And I allowed him to do everything. I didn't stop him at all. And I took some pictures also. Purposely, I took pictures that he's doing all of these things, and I sent it to my daughter-in-law and to the family group. I sent it. So by the time I came home, my daughter-in-law was like this. She was standing like this. So then I said, okay, now what to do? What do I tell my daughter-in-law? So then I said, look, 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 we have to give him a bath now. Quickly, 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 we'll give him a bath because see, he's become so much all mitti, 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 all mud, mud, mud. So my daughter-in-law is telling, I don't have hot water in my bathroom. I said, no, you don't need hot water because the body is so hot already. He was running and running and running so much, and his body was so hot. So she says, oh, I need hot water. I said, okay, then you can take it from my bathroom. And I went to my bedroom and I went and I closed my room and I was relaxed and I was sitting quietly. I did not go and talk to my daughter-in-law. I did not say anything and I was fine. And after some time, I came out about 1 hour. I did my LinkedIn. I did something. I came out and then I saw the baby was fresh and tied up and everything. And I wanted to know where did they get the water because they didn't come to my bathroom. So my that maid, the little nanny, she's saying, no, he did not need hot water. I gave him the bath with cold water in front of the mother. She's telling me. So the mother is telling the mother is looking at the maid and telling, "What? You gave him bath with cold water?" So she said, Auntie, the water is so hot because it is so hot already. The upstairs, the tank is so hot, the water is so hot. Come and touch the water and see. Then she took peace in her life. What you gave him bath with cold water? But it's so hot. In Bombay, it's so hot. What about cold water? And she put the AC on immediately. I don't know. So now I have realized one thing. I don't want to get into all this. You bring up your child, whatever you want to bring up. I will to go to my room and relax and just play with my child. And whenever the child is coming to my room, I'll play. I will drag him from his room and I'll play with the child. Bringing up the child, not my problem.
I'm looking forward to tonight. I'm looking forward to tonight. Great. Thank you, guys. Have a wonderful day. And yeah,